Hello humans, it's just Martine, and today we're going to be talking about what I accomplished for my goals last year and what my goals are this year. Last year I made a video talking about some of my goals for 2022, and you don't have to watch it again because I watched it the other day and I took notes on what I said that I wanted to do last year. And we're going to talk about what I did and did not accomplish, which of those are rolling over to this year, what new goals I want to set for this year, etc., etc. For my goals this year, I don't have anything firmly set out. I'm just going to chat with you about some of the things that I've been thinking. So yeah, let's get into it. So as far as recapping my goals video from last year, the first thing I talked about is how many books I wanted to read last year. I set my Goodreads goal last year as 52 books. This is what I like to set it at every single year. It seems really attainable for me. I read way more than that last year, so I typically hit the goal pretty early on in the year, and then I just cruise. And yet, if I'm having a bad reading year, 52 books is an absolutely insane number to read in a year. That's one book every week. So I set it at that in case I hit a slump and things, just something that feels very manageable for where I am now. I accomplished that last year. That is my reading goal for this upcoming year. And then I talked about some of the reading habits, and I said I wanted to sustain some of the reading habits I already have in terms of reading diversely, reading small authors, etc. And I would say I largely stuck with this, although I probably did read some more popular authors this year. This is not helped by the fact that I got a second library card, so I can have more holds placed for books with long lines, etc. And also I just found myself giving into hype a lot more this year, which is totally fine. I saw something I wanted to read, I read it, I had a good time. I do have quite a backlog though of books that I want to read, especially in like my Kindle app, that are by smaller authors. If I could manage to turn some attention back to that, it would be great. Although none of my 12 TBR of Christmas ideas for this upcoming year so far fit with that vision, so we'll have to see. But as far as reading diversely, I think I'm doing a pretty good job of accomplishing that, but I don't have the stats, so I could be totally wrong. Then I said that I wanted to finish War and Peace. At that point, I've been reading War and Peace for a long time, and in the end, it took me a little over a year to actually finish slogging my way through that, but I did it. It was a huge victory, so that was checked off, and I'm never going to read War and Peace ever again. Then I had a goal to actually read some long books. Specifically from this, I said that I wanted to finish The Fiery Cross, which I had been in like the first third of at the time of filming that video, and I said maybe read some more Outlander books. Good news for me, I did finish The Fiery Cross, so that at least checked that off, and I didn't read any full Outlander books after that for the year, but I did start Breath of Snow and Ashes at the end of the year. So some progress was made. Also, although I read lots and lots of short books, I also feel like I read many long books, especially in October, which is crazy because October was my best reading month, but I think it also had the most long books because it was Squash That Series, and the point of the round was to read books over 500 pages. And so I read some longer books, and I read a lot of them at that time. Overall, I think, yes, I still shy away from longer books, I would say, but I'm trying to push myself to get through that. And that's still a goal that I have for this year. I know that my numbers will be plenty good for books that I read, especially with the Magic Treehouse read along continuing into this year. So there's no question that I'm going to read enough books. I just want to focus on also reading longer books because there are lots of longer books that I really want to give a try, but I always push them off. So less of that, less of that. I also said I wanted to finish my Kingdom Keepers reread, which I absolutely did not do. I'm not sure if I read a single Kingdom Keepers book last year. I might have read book 5, but I'm not positive. And as much as I would like to say that I actually want to finish that reread this year, did I bring the 6th book with me back to school? No, I didn't. So we'll have to see. And frankly, I know I'm putting off the 6th book because then after the 6th book is the 7th book, and that one is so long. It's like 700 pages and kind of a mess. So both the idea of reading it and the idea of vlogging that are both intimidating ideas to me at this point in time. But I do want to get to that someday. I just don't know when, and I'm not prioritizing it right now. I'm yawning an obscene number of times in this. What is wrong with me? Okay, then my next goal last year was to do the 12 TBRs of Christmas. Yay, I did it successfully. That's another goal that I want to bring into this year. I really love doing the 12 TBRs of Christmas. So I want to do it again, and I already have some ideas, some things flowing in my little brain. So hopefully that will be another goal that I accomplish this year, but I definitely accomplished it last year. Then I said, and this is a very vague goal, but I said I wanted to figure out how to not talk about secret books and talk about other books I might never mention. So my solution to this was just oftentimes to tell you, like, I'm reading a book, I can't tell you about it, or to not mention the book at all. But then to talk about books I might never mention, I did recent reads. Here's the thing, I hated doing recent reads videos, so I'm not going to do them anymore. Instead, I'm thinking for this year that I'll try to do a weekly reading vlog every week. I'll mention the books that aren't secret in that I can't promise that I'll firmly finish books in certain vlogs. Like, I read a ton of books at the same time. They get finished at random times. So I'm not about to say, like, I'll finish this number of books in a vlog and you'll see my thoughts the whole time reading it in that one vlog. For the most part, when I give reviews, I give all my thoughts at the end of reading a book. I think for the most part, during the process, I just tell you that I'm making progress, and generally whether I am or am not enjoying it. Hopefully, even though I'll be reading the same book across multiple vlogs, you'll get concrete thoughts in the vlog where I finish it, if that makes sense. But if you have better ideas for that, leave it below. I just really enjoy vlogging. Recent Reads was a sit-down video. I really don't often like to make sit-down videos, so that wasn't my vibe, but I'm glad I tried it out because now I know. And I'm still always thinking of ways to avoid talking about secret books. Right now, when I am in my group chat, when I'm doing reading sprints, when people are like, what are you reading? I just go like, I can't tell you. In my videos, I'm thinking I just don't mention them at all. You know, we'll see about that, but that's always something that I'm thinking about, especially now that I make the 12 TBRs of Christmas and I like doing secret videos and all of those things. So it's just, you know, it's an ongoing process. The next goal that I had was to document the end of my senior year. I feel like I did that pretty well. I had a graduation vlog. I had at least one moments in my life vlog where I just put random clips to music. I thought that was fun. I did lots of vlogging, so much so that I had like a backlog at one point. So in general, I'm happy with that. I will say, once I got into grad school, my college vlogging went way down. I think I only posted like one, maybe two grad school related videos, and I would really like that to change. I would like to include more grad school content, especially for myself in the future, looking back and documenting this time. I think it's really fun and important for me to do so. So I want to do a better job of that. And I'm hoping by doing the weekly reading vlogs that then I'll have a balance where I can insert grad school content more than the number of random reading vlogs I was doing last year. So that's the hope, but who knows? Also, I'm really out of practice filming college content, so some of my college content at the beginning of this year might be a total disaster. Also, that's because I'm a total disaster right now. Whatever. You know, I documented my senior year. That was the point of this goal, so I did it. And then I said I wanted to try to upload 2 times a week. There were, of course, some weeks that I had to miss one or both uploads in cases, but there were other weeks where I made up for it with bonus videos, including a series that I did in the summer where I did a whole week of Dollar Tree hauls, and of course with my 12 TBRs of Christmas where I released, 15 videos in a row between the announcement, the 12 TBRs, the behind the scenes video, and the bloopers. I would like to keep that up. I think that's pretty sustainable for me at this point, especially since in general I make shorter videos, so it's not like I'm editing 2 documentary length videos every week like some people would be. And then my word of the year last year was enjoy. I think I did that pretty well. And my word of the year this year is position. When you first say that your word of the year is position, it sounds like a weird word for the word of the year, but in general, I'm at exactly the right point in my career to start positioning myself for the future. So there are some projects that I'm working on early this year that I really want to focus in on so that I am positioning myself well for the future of my career. I also want to position myself for things like joy by giving myself opportunities to grow and better myself. So I think position is the perfect word for this year. Also, part of position is being aware of where you are, which is a mindfulness thing. And typically my words of the year all have to do with some type of mindfully going. So this one is no different. Other things that I want to do this year, I want to host my first readathon. I'm hosting the first round of the Heartstopper readathon this February. There will actually probably be 2 rounds of the Heartstopper readathon this year, but I mentioned the first one specifically because 1, it's coming up really soon, and 2, it's my first readathon hosting. So that's fun. I want to keep up with the Magic Treehouse read along right after I finish filming this video. It would be really nice if I went and talked to Kayla about her nonfiction picks for the coming months. All of those things. So lots and lots of fun things to come this year. I just want to have fun with what I'm doing. I hope you have fun watching my content this year and interacting with me down below in the comments. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below what is your #1 goal for this year, or what is your word of the year, and subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!